Dr. Kim Biederman.
Together, we lead the research and development team at Men Nutrition.
We work on developing solutions backed by clinical research to address the chronic health issues and malnutrition we see every day, from injury and surgeries to long-term illnesses and just everyday life. Our research focuses on optimizing healing and living through science-backed nutrition.
Today, we're talking about protein and the role it plays in your health. We hear a lot about protein in the news, from friends, when we're at the gym. It's really everywhere. But what are the most important things to know about protein as we look to incorporate it into our nutrition?
From the amount of protein you should be consuming, to the different types of plant and animal proteins, to the new buzz around alternative proteins, there's a lot to take in, and we're often left with more questions than answers.
Exactly. Protein plays a critical role in your health, from helping you increase muscle mass and strengthening your bones, to lowering blood pressure and improving sleep and brain health. Protein plays a role in just about every bodily function.
So Alexa, let's dive in. We want to help you all understand what protein is, why it's important, the different types of protein, and the role protein is playing in your body.
That's a great starting point. What really is protein? Kim, do you want to start there?
Sure. So protein is a macronutrient, which means it's required by the body in large amounts and provides the body with energy. Protein is essential to building and maintaining muscle mass and muscle health.
Right. And when we say protein builds muscle, what we really mean is the body breaks protein down into its amino acids, and those amino acids are synthesized into muscle. We hear amino acids thrown around a lot too. You can think of amino acids as the building blocks of proteins. They are compounds that are responsible for a variety of bodily processes.
Exactly. And 80% of muscle is actually made up of amino acids. So when talking about protein and amino acids, there are 20 different amino acids that can make up each molecule of protein. We split these amino acids into two categories, non-essential and essential. Alexa, do you want to take us through the categories?
Sure. Non-essential amino acids are produced naturally by the body, whereas essential amino acids are not produced naturally by the body and must be consumed through food or supplementation. It's so important to understand the role amino acids play in protein because some amino acids are better for muscle health than others, and muscle health is so crucial to optimal living.
That's right. So now that we know a bit about what protein is, let's talk about the different types of proteins. There are two main types or sources of proteins, animal and plant-based. Let's talk about the animal first. Animal proteins include whey from dairy or casein, and sources from egg, beef, chicken, fish. You get the idea. Most animal proteins are complete proteins, meaning they contain all 9 of the essential amino acids.
And then there's plant proteins. Plant-based proteins include soy, pea, brown rice, chickpea, all things along those lines. So the main difference between animal and plant proteins is their amino acid profile. Unlike the animal proteins that Kim just mentioned, most plant proteins are considered incomplete proteins, meaning they are missing at least one essential amino acid. However, eating multiple plant proteins together can create the effect of complete proteins' amino acid profile.
Right. It's helpful to know the core differences of plant and animal proteins since they can be used in different ways. For example, animal proteins, such as whey protein, have been clinically studied extensively, determine their impact on skeletal muscle and tissue repair. That's why they are recommended for athletes and people who need to increase muscle health and mass, like the elderly or post-surgical patients.
Yeah, the research is strong for consuming animal protein in those cases. First of all, since whey is a complete protein, it contains all of the essential amino acids. Second, whey proteins are abundant in branched-chain amino acids, which are a subset of essential amino acids that support muscle growth. The science behind why this works is pretty cool. I could go on, but let's keep this at a 101 level for now.
Reluctantly agree. All right, so while whey is a powerful nutritional tool, we know that it doesn't fit everyone's dietary preferences. If that's the case, you can get your protein from plant protein and then supplement with additional amino acids. These can come from other plant protein sources or nutritional supplements to help you get the amino acid levels that your body needs for optimal muscle protein synthesis or building and sustaining muscle.
So we've talked a lot about what a protein is and where it comes from. Let's talk about how much you should consume. The prevailing research says that you should strive to consume 1 gram for every 2.2 pounds of body weight per day. This guideline will vary, of course, based on your goals. For example, if you're looking to put on muscle, you should increase your protein intake to around 2 to 3 grams for every 2.2 pounds of body weight. If you want to find your own protein needs, we have a link to a protein calculator on our website, men.me.
Fantastic. But it's important to note that even though building muscle sometimes sounds like it's only for bodybuilders, it's not. If you're recovering from an injury or surgery, your body will be in a higher metabolic state and will require more energy and nutrients needed to build tissue. So you will want to increase your protein consumption to support the healing process. And then we should talk about the importance of protein intake as we age too.
Definitely. Protein is also very important as we age. Beginning around the age of 40, you begin to lose 3 to 5% of your muscle mass per decade, a condition known as sarcopenia. Sarcopenia is the reason why falls and fractures are so common among the elderly. Increasing your protein intake, as well as continuing to exercise, can help preserve muscle and fight off sarcopenia.
It's so important to be conscious of your protein intake. But next, I want to talk about absorption. More important than how much protein we consume is how much of the protein our muscles are actually absorbing. Did you know that research shows that the average person can absorb about 10 grams of protein per hour and maxes out at about 30 grams per meal? So to keep things efficient, there are certain things we can do to bump up absorption and make sure we get the most out of our protein intake. Alexa, want to go through some?
Yeah. So one thing we can do is supplement protein with digestive enzymes and hydroxymethylbutyrate, or HMB, which is a natural substance most commonly used for building muscle and preventing muscle loss. These can help increase the absorption rate of the protein, so your muscles actually use more of the protein you consume. Research shows that digestive enzymes like papain help your body break down protein more efficiently to allow for easier absorption.
Exactly. As you can all easily guess, we are always scouring research and studying to create formulas. So of note, an article from the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition compared people who drank protein shakes that had additional digestive enzymes in it to a control group that consumed only the protein shakes. They found that amino acid levels in the digestive enzyme group were 30% higher than the protein-only group. That means the absorption was that much better by adding those digestive enzymes. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's very cool. Another nutrient that has been shown in research to increase protein synthesis is HMB, mentioned earlier. In particular, this has been shown to help cancer cachexia patients suffering from muscle wasting that are hoping to preserve muscle. HMB also has been shown to reduce muscle catabolism, meaning you lose less and hold on to more muscle.
There's so much more about protein, and the research goes on and on. But for today, we hope you got a good idea of the basics of protein. What it is, how it works, the different types, how much to consume, and a little bit of the research that backs it all up. Protein is incredibly important to our health, not only to build bigger muscles, but to heal better from injury, age better, and prevent certain disease conditions.
Agree, this was very fun. We're going to be bringing you more of these types of videos so we can all learn together how to promote optimal living through nutrition and the science behind it.
Really looking forward to continuing these conversations. If you have any questions, please drop us a comment. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.